Hey, it's Squidly. I am on a Labor Day weekend day hike at Lake Lurleen State Park, very close to home. What are the risks and rewards of a solo day hike? Let's deal with the risks first. Most of the risks center around your ability to be self-sufficient. I'm by myself. There's no one else to depend on. But when it comes to a day hike, there's also very little gear that you need to bring. You know, you've got the 10 essentials, and in addition to those 10 essentials, I also bring a headlamp, even though it's just a day hike, because you just don't know if you're going to be, because of an accident or getting lost or something, you'll be out after dark. So I do bring it just as good form. Your navigation is also entirely on you. I have a map, and a lot of times, even on day hikes, I'll have a GPS enabled map on my phone so that I can navigate that way. It's just good form, I think, to have backups, especially when you're by yourself, because if you make a mistake, there's no one to get a second opinion from. You're just going to have to figure out where you made that mistake on your own. I think I'm mostly silk blazing. Between navigation and injuries, I think those are probably the two biggest risks. With injuries, there's no one to rescue me. There's no one here with me to say, okay, just hang out right here. I'll be back and go get help. I'm just kind of on my own. And as it turns out for today, I have a knee that's acting up. And I've hit that age where for no reason at all, I get up in the morning and I've got a knee that's acting kind of funny. And so I came on this thinking, well, I don't really know how far I'll go. I'll just go as far as that knee will let me today. It's just sore. There's no injury. What I'm finding out today is that the further I go, the better it feels. So it's warmed up and loosened up, and I'm really in pretty good shape as far as it goes. But if it got to where it was just really painful, with stabbing pains with each step, something like that, I'm just on my own. I'm going to have to figure out how to get out of here on my own, because I don't have anybody with me. And up to this point, I haven't seen any other hikers or mountain bikers. It's also kind of an overcast and rainy day, so I don't think there will be a whole lot of people out on the trail today. So I'm, further isolated in that regard. Now for the reward side of that equation. What are the rewards of coming out here and doing this just entirely by yourself? If you are an extrovert, this is probably going to be painful to listen to. In part, it's the solitude of doing this. Getting away from everyone else, just taking a little bit of time for yourself. Is sort of like self-care. I hate to sound too new agey, but just getting away and kind of spending some time to take care of yourself. Even if it's for just a few hours. Leave the troubles of the day behind and have a little solitude. There's also a reward, for me anyway, in spending some time in nature and wilderness, in the forest, without conversation surrounding it, where you can just really be in the moment with nature. Man, that's pretty. And I would say the third reward of coming out and doing this, it doesn't matter whether this is solo or with hiking partners, but it's just coming out and doing something physical, pushing yourself physically a little bit. Again, even if it's only for just a little while, it's not, this is not an extended trip. Just a little while out in nature and on something that is not a concrete path. Spend a little time with dirt under your feet. In my estimation, those are the risks and rewards of a solo day hike. If there are things that I missed, or if there are things you disagree with, disagree gently, but put those in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. I'm open to hearing differences of opinion. And on the way out, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.